It's so important to me to have him always smiling and always saying it's going to be okay. He really believes that, and that makes the world a difference to me.
We take care of each other, we really do. I think we take really good care of each other.
Our favorite thing to do together is be outdoors. Just be in nature, climb Kilimanjaro, climb Machu Picchu, we'll hike the coast of Cornwall, and it's just where we feel happiest and most at peace. Having a diagnosis like cancer certainly crystallizes everything in your life, and it brings the important things so much more into focus, and all the things that we worry about on a day-to-day basis just fade away, because my future is now. My name is Betty Hostany, and I'm a rare cancer survivor. It was very difficult when we got back from Kilimanjaro because we were on such a high, we had such a wonderful trip, and a couple months later I found out I had breast cancer. It's 2 years later, and I finally felt I could breathe again and relax and start thinking about vacation when I found a bump on my back. It turned out to be soft tissue sarcoma. I knew nothing about it. I had never even heard of that type of cancer before, so I was scared. Had a long recovery from that. I was just beginning to feel myself again and just beginning to feel like I'm going to make it, I'm going to be okay. And I was in the shower and I felt a bump on my knee. It turned out my sarcoma had metastasized and spread to my knee, which was very, very hard to take. Every time I feel a pain or an ache, or I feel a little bump, the panic sets in again, and I wonder, is it back? Has it spread? Unfortunately, with a lot of rare cancers, there just is no effective treatment, and that's the case with mine as well. So it's really up to us to try and raise the money to get the research going and to get these new treatments developed. And that's why I am just so thankful for what Cycle for Survival is doing. So our first Cycle for Survival event was in 2012. It was only about 4 months later when I had an appointment with my oncologist, and he told me about a new clinical trial that was coming out of Memorial Sloan-Kettering. And it was specifically for soft tissue sarcoma. What they're doing at Memorial Sloan-Kettering and the research and the trials that they're doing with the funding from Cycle for Survival makes a difference in people's lives. In Chicago, the Cycle for Survival event is held at the Equinox right downtown in the Loop. Just walking in the door is so overwhelming. You're just overcome with emotion, and my eyes start welling up. I remember I had just finished radiation treatment, so I hadn't exercised at all for about a year. And I walk in the room and I see this sea of bikes and I think, uh-oh, what have I gotten myself into? And I just started pedaling at my own pace, and it was great fun. It was so inspiring, and it gave me a lot of energy, and it gave me a lot of hope, just realizing that I'm not in this alone.
We're not researchers, but we have to rely on those that are, and the only way it works is by getting people to donate and getting funds to support the effort.
Every single dollar that you raise is going directly to research within 6 months of the cycling event. And there's not many organizations that can say that. So from the bottom of my heart, I am so grateful.